science creates the future. History has been defined in terms of rulers, wars, and scientific advancement. There's the Stone Age, and the Wheel, and the Iron Age. Then there's a rebirth of the drive to learn in the Renaissance. But science didn't end long ago. We are now progressing technology faster than ever. For example, when an explosive detonates, it leaves behind residues that scientists can process to find out the type of explosive that created it. The way one group did this is by a process called capillary electrophoresis. The way this process works is by dissolving a sample of the residue in something called a background electrolyte, or BGE. Once the sample is dissolved in the BGE, it's put in a thin tube called a capillary where electricity pulls the charged particles past a detector, hence capillary electrophoresis. This process takes advantage of charged particles called ions, which are created when dissolving salts in liquids like the background electrolyte. Since each explosive is made up of different compounds, they'll create different ions when put in the solution, which the sensor can detect to determine what explosive is present in the solution. Other methods do exist, however. Some of them even use light to detect chemical composition. Near-infrared spectral imaging and Raman spectroscopy make use of light being absorbed to observe unique chemical reflectiveness of compounds. It's almost like a fingerprint how each chemical will show up differently when observed over a range of light frequencies. Both of these methods use infrared light, which has a longer frequency than visible light that we can see. At these frequencies, bonds between atoms absorb light, which sensors can detect. For example, a bond between a carbon atom and a hydrogen atom creates a stretch in a graph at about 3,000 wavelengths per centimeter. This is because the light contains just the right amount of energy to make the bond vibrate. This absorbs the energy from the light, which we can detect. And that is why you need to take more science classes. The world needs more people to learn about science and create new science, and to make history happen. Because making it easier for people to get their Big Mac at McDonald's isn't helping anybody.